Hi, my name is Mark Roberts, and I wanted to share a little bit of my testimony of faith, my walk with Jesus through my life. I grew up in a rural small town outside of Cincinnati called Hillsboro, small farming community. My grandparents had a dairy farm, so really kind of grew up in that strong work ethic and kind of a Christian environment. Became a Christian at a very young age. Went to high school in Hillsboro, loved sports, was very active in basketball and baseball and golf, and went to college and kind of grew away from my faith during this time. It was one where, got away from it, and certainly, the zeal of the nightlife in college probably took me away from the things of my foundation that I grew up with. And fortunately met my wife at Eastern Kentucky University. We were married 2 years after I graduated. She was 2 years younger than myself. And on a side note, this will be our 30-year anniversary. So super excited about that. But when we were married, we knew that we wanted the God to come back into our lives and really be, a pillar in our marriage. And especially when we had kids, we wanted to make sure that they were raised up in a church. Moved to Cincinnati. We joined a great church, Centerpoint Christian Church. Got engaged, got plugged in with a group of folks that we've done life with for over 25 years. Just amazing experiences through that. I started teaching. I've been teaching at Centerpoint for almost 25 years in the kids program. And it was my daughter, who was about 10 at the time, asked me to go on a trip to Jamaica for a vacation Bible school. Reluctantly said no, said, I had other responsibilities and work, and ended up going and literally changed my life. Went down there, fell in love with the community and the people, and went back for another vacation Bible school. And then we partnered with the local missionary there, Dennis Herco Family Missions, and we decided to build a basketball court and have a basketball camp. Did an email campaign, raised some funds through some friends and some corporate sponsors, and we ended up building a basketball court, lights, stands. We've had 5 basketball camps. COVID has kept us from going down the past 2 years. Through that, we've had, I think, 16 or 17 baptisms, which has been amazing. We've probably had over 1,800 kids go through the camp. We actually have 2 students that came back to the U.S. with us. One just graduated from Bethel University, Nicole Bailey, which makes me super excited. Javelle Redwood, who is a junior at Taylor University. They're both getting great Christian educations, and this all came through, a 10-year-old girl who said, "Hey, Dad, why don't you go on a mission trip with me?" And I say all this not as accolades, but as what God can work and go through the things with you. And all you have to do is, be with Him. And I love the passage in Matthew where it talks about the greatest commandments. And it says, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. The second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself. And then you just boil it down to 2 words. Love God and love people. And that's one of the things that I've really tried to instill through the mission work and through family, and just every day. How can we love God and love people? And it makes life a whole lot simpler. And then there's one other one I'll leave you with, and this one really hits home to me, and it's the Great Commission. And in Matthew 28, verse 19, "Therefore go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit, teaching them to obey everything I have commanded you. And remember, I am with you always to the very end of age." And it says, "Go, and I will always be with you." So it's been an amazing journey. Certainly still a lot of work, but I'm so blessed to be around people who kind of have the same love God, love people that I've done life with. I've got an amazing family. I've got 3 kids. My daughter's in ministry. My son is graduating college this year from Taylor University. And then I have a youngest son who just, his faith is crazy cool. He did the world race, and he went to Dominican Republic and Costa Rica, and he gets back in June. But super excited to hear his stories, how his faith has grown through his personal journey, through the world race. So I encourage you to love God, love people, to go, and more importantly, God will always be with you. Thanks. I appreciate your time today, and God bless.